7:18 on a Tuesday morning. Welcome back to Breakfast Television. Tammie Sutherland, Meredith Shaw, Sid Cicero here with you. The rest of the crew down in Jamaica. We will catch up with Devo and Frankie coming up as the show progresses. A few things here that caught people's eye. So, and Tammie's been reporting this all morning. The schedule on the budget for the city of Toronto coming up. Thursday, Tam, big day.
Yeah, Thursday the mayor will present the budget, her own budget, and then on the 14th is when council will vote on it.
Valentine's Day.
Yay!
The classic Valentine's Day.
Love like.
Nothing says love like a 10.5% property tax hike. Anyway, so these are things still in the ether. We don't know for sure. No. Thursday's a big day. Yesterday, however, we may or may not have gotten a few clues as to which way this is going after public consultations and just complete anger and uproar at what the initial budget kind of looked like coming out of committee. So Mayor Olivia Chow was speaking at the Canadian Club at the Royal York yesterday. And this, you get always really good financial clues on any speech that happens in that room in front of that audience. And she talked about whether or not she would lower the proposed tax hike applied to multi-residential dwellings, which is also a part of this, because there's like half the city is dealing with multi-residential dwellings. This is what the mayor said.
In my upcoming budget, I will reduce the multi-residential tax rate so no renters will face huge increases. That's what you want. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay, so that's not nothing. The current proposed multi-residential tax rate increase is 6%. That was proposed, broken down to 4.5% in property taxes, 1.5% in the increase to the city building fund. However, yesterday it seemed like relief on that front was going to happen from this mayor. Once again, as Tammie said, we'll find out more Thursday in her budget. The vote goes down on Valentine's Day. But this is in an effort to keep landlords from passing the cost of these property taxes on to people trying to live their lives as best they can. And a lot of people heard that yesterday, Mayor, and were, one, probably really happy to hear that, but two, also have a little whiplash here.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some relief on offer. I don't know where that was when we first started talking about it. I mean, it was a point that I remember you saying on this couch. I mean, this is not just going to affect homeowners. This is going to trickle down to renters. And we all know how strapped, everybody is, but especially that portion of the population. So I guess on the one hand, okay, great, you've heard it, and now there's going to be maybe a different plan forward. But the few weeks that we've all been sort of hanging on to this potential information has been stressful. And it would have been nice to maybe begin with this. It's great to get information and change the direction or alter things, because I guess that means she's in touch with the reaction. But it was a strong statement off the top.
Oh, yeah.
And now it makes me wonder what's going to happen on Thursday when it comes to just the general property tax hike. So it's proposed at 10.5%, and this is all with the Budget Committee in their recommendation. The Budget Committee also said that this could be an additional 6% added to that if the federal government didn't pitch in when it comes to helping asylum seekers. So right now, that could be 16.5%. But based on what the mayor said yesterday, is there a chance, again, that and even that initial 10.5% could be lower than we think, just so that, it can keep things more affordable for people, including just the regular homeowner who just can't afford to pay any more when it comes to your property taxes.
And not all renters are in multi-residential dwellings.
Right.
I mean, there are renters who are not that way.
No,
so
they're in a home.
They're in a home. Mm-hmm. So I have questions about sort of that piece as well. Yeah.
I just think, I do worry about her political capital if on Thursday we see backtracks on everything. That's not a good thing for Mayor Chow, because now the sharks are in the water, and anything you hear initially, the feeling is it'll be pulled back very, very quickly. But to the point that was raised earlier, one last thing on this and we'll move on. I think we all know folks who have heard this story develop over the last 3 weeks or so and have made serious life decisions because of it. Mm-hmm. I take issue with throwing out any number you want just to scare the federal government or any other type of government at the cost of citizens of the city who freaked out at that, whether they're in a home and still freaking out, or renting in residential buildings, or whatever the case may be. I will take large issue with this I want to see a Thursday peeled back for a lot of people's sakes. I don't like the tact. I don't like the strategy. I think it was cold. And if we pull back on all that, it freaked a lot of people out for no reason, some of whom have already made serious decisions about whether or not they're staying in the city. I'm not kidding. We know we all got the same text. We all have the same conversations with people living in this city. What the heck am I going to do? We'll find out more Thursday. Olivia Chow is facing a big decision.